What's up YouTube, Capital G here. So we're talking playmats in this video, and we're addressing the long-running issue that I've had with their quality, mainly with the designs. Now, this is one of those issues that I feel like a lot of people share and a lot of people have. It's just not really discussed that much. And I guess it kind of boils down to a lot of the playmats that are given away at like regionals and other events like sneak peek previews and YCSs, they don't really look that good. And even bigger than that, the designs on these playmats just to me seem lazy. You know what I mean? Like, there are certain playmats that look really good because more or less the monster has really good artwork, like the Judgment Dragon one. This one is, you know, 7 years old. It's over half a decade old, so some people may not have even seen this one before. But it kind of boils down to the fact that all of these playmats, and this is just the official wiki page, which shows all the it shows basically every playmat Konami has ever released for well, pretty much anything. If it's a Konami released playmat, it's on this page almost certainly. It kind of boils down to the fact that all they really do with these playmats and the designs of them is copy paste the artwork from cards and just randomly print them onto a playmat. Now, sometimes I'll give them credit. They may change things up a little bit. Like maybe they'll throw in a decent background that kind of looks nice. But for the most part, doesn't it just feel uninspired and more or less just lazy? Like if you look at this this regional, the regional top 8 map, the Gladiator Beast and Blackwing playmat, obviously you see Sam Knight and Sirocco, but it's like, what do those two things have in common? Like, I understand at the time they were both really big decks, and you try and pick cards on the playmats that are easily recognizable, but I mean, Blackwing players probably don't want Glads on their playmat, and Glad fans don't want Blackwings on their playmat. So when you look at this mat, it's just like, it's just kind of like a clusterfuck, you know what I mean? Again, sometimes they change it up and they'll put like the characters in a box, or with this X-Saber playmat, they'll kind of put them in a different formation. But if you look at all of these different mats, at the end of the day, all they did was just simply, like this one right here, all they did was simply take the artwork from the card and just paste it onto a mat, maybe change the background a little bit. Now, there are some rare exceptions where they may do that, but the end result is something fantastic, something I can't even knock, even if it is kind of lazy. This mainly happened in the OCG. Actually, if I can find them, I'll show you guys. There were a few playmats specifically for booster sets that were released in the OCG. It was Crossroads. Here they are. It was Crossroads of Chaos, the Duelist Genesis, and Light of Destruction. And basically, they just put the face card on it. But you see, the backgrounds look like these mats look much better than the ones that are released in the TCG. You see how bright and vibrant they are. You see how the card is kind of like the right shape. You get the whole little hexagram thing in the back. But the one thing that I've always asked myself, and this is one of those questions where it's like, or you think of a solution and it's like, duh, because I'm pretty sure everybody has pretty much thought of the same solution. Why don't they just pay an artist to design playmats for them? Like, it's the simplest solution, and you'll get much better looking like playmats that people will actually want. Because I don't think that anybody, like most people who top regionals, they're more happy about the actual accomplishment. Like, I don't think anybody really looks at the mat and is like, man, this mat is so awesome, I'll never give this up, this thing is amazing. Like, people, they kind of, you know, tie it to the fact that they accomplished something, so it's more symbolic than it's about the actual playmat. These are some playmats that Core TCG actually has, and I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. These were designed by Amanda Lapalm. You guys may know her as Dragon Duelist Girl, but she's a really talented artist, and she designed these. So you can just see, obviously they have multiple ones, and this is a Trap Tricks one. With the way that they do it is pretty much identical to the way that Konami does them. They release one play map per season, you know, fall, spring, winter, and summer, and they generally try and pick an archetype that's really popular at the time, or that's, you know, really prominent in the game, and they just take a couple of the cards that are like kind of faces of the archetype, and they put them on a play mat in a really great looking design. You see Trap Tricks Murmillo here. You've got a couple other ones. Like, this mat looks amazing. Like, who wouldn't want this if they were giving this away, let's say last year summer, like right when Trap Tricks, I mean, they were pretty much like, Hat was a huge deck, and they won US Nationals and stuff like that. Everybody would have wanted this map. You see another one, and just like tons of people have seen this one. This was her Shadal one. This was last fall. If Konami would have had something that looked like this as a playmat, everybody would have wanted it. You see another one. Here's a Necros one. This was for winter of last year. Necros were just about to be released, so obviously there was a whole bunch of hype. You have the Necros of Gungnir here looking amazing. And then actually my personal favorite out of the 4 that she has designed, you've got the Spirit Beast mat. This is actually their current mat. And, you know, you see Laura there. She's kind of sitting on the Ultimate Apelio. It looks amazing. It looks professional. It looks so, these mats look so much better than anything that we've gotten. And Konami, like, they've been giving away playmats since 2003, if I'm not mistaken. So you're talking about a dozen years, and Core TCG has accomplished in a year what this company hasn't been able to do for a dozen years. So I'm just kind of bringing light to this. I'm bringing light to the fact that the playmat designs that they've been giving us for forever, they're lazy, they're uninspiring. Sometimes they do look good, like the Gores mat, the Cyber Dragon mat. Sometimes they do look really good, but why don't they just pay like a freelance artist to design some? Use some of the existing artwork that you already have. Just let the artist do their take on it and give us something beautiful like Amanda LaPalma's done here. So let me know what you guys think. It's just a shame that you have to have a third party company doing something like this, because I'm actually kind of surprised. Like ARG, well, ARG kind of does. They kind of do mats like these, but they don't look this good. ARG does they do mats per like their events and stuff like that, but they don't look half as good as these. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching as always. Subscribing makes life happy.